All right, Kumite Radio.
All right, first of all,
This is
hold up.
the first episode
We're gonna start this
with the
episode.
Chank.
The stank.
Let me
Chank.
introduce the
Stank Chank.
No, let me introduce the Chank. His identity cannot be revealed because he is from North Korea. So
no,
he
I ain't
cannot.
from North Korea, dude.
He is a North Korean.
No.
Yes.
Okay, this is my story. I was born in North Korea, but then the North Korean War happened and shit. North and South Korea and shit.
No, he's not North Korean. Sorry, I'm just kidding. He is a black belt in North Korean Jiu-Jitsu. That's what he is.
I'm that.
Okay,
too.
his name is the Chank. It's not racist because he's a Chank.
From North Korea, though.
He's the Chank.
But let me tell you my origins from North Korea. So
Right.
I got my black belt in BJJ there.
Yeah.
Right. I taught like the fucking like the army there. Right. Like special forces.
For sure.
Right. Anyways, long story short, so then the Korean War happened. North and South Korean War happened.
Yeah.
And then but you know we were
Motherfucking nobody wants to hear about your motherfucking life. Let's talk about some MMA and shit,
hey,
man.
You got to introduce
this motherfucker. Hey, Chank is the Chank.
The first podcast.
Number one thing,
wait,
you cannot see his face. You cannot know who he is. He is a man that tells the truth that he only knows. You know what I mean? So
I know, but let me get back to my story.
So let him be him, because his story is fucking nothing.
No.
Just know that he has
credentials. Okay, well, let me break it down. So North Korean and South Korean War happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
man, I told you nobody wanted to listen to that.
But my
shit.
parents, like, you know,
fuck that, man.
Okay,
like,
so they got wiped out in the war and shit. We were fighting with the South and shit, right? So I was like, I became adopted and shit, right? I was like 3 years old, but I already had the black belt, right? So who adopted me, right? Were
Jill and John Chank?
No, my parents. My parents from they're black, they're Nigerian and shit. You know what I'm saying? One was Nigerian and the other one was just like, from the ghetto black, like, Houston and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
so even though I'm North Korean, so which makes me the Chank, some call me the stank Chank, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was raised with black parents, right? So that gives me the right to say like nig on your show too. So you the nig.
Okay.
All right? What?
That's all we need to know.
No.
Let's wait up.
Hold up. Wait. Before we start this shit, which is like fucked up commercial. Okay? Yeah. So no, I don't want to get into this yet.
Why?
Check it out.
Because nobody wants to hear that shit.
No, but check it out. We want to start this. Hold on. We're going to get there. Hey.
What?
We want to start this podcast off, right?
We want.
With me starting off the podcast by saying, "What the fuck is that clock staring at your ass over there?"
You can't even see it.
Huh?
You can't even see it from the video.
But why you got like some fucking like funny ass like clock like staring at us while we're doing the podcast and shit?
That's my daughter's shit.
Well, that's a good background, so you need to show that on your camera right there.
No, fuck that.
Show a picture of that fucking clock.
But anyways, let's check this shit out. Right? So our NKBJJ expert, aka MMA expert, Asia and around the world.
Who are you talking about, man?
You.
Oh, okay.
Let's
looking like fucking at Jon Jones and shit.
Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to talk about Jon Jones and this article that came out saying USADA official says there's a chance Jon Jones won't serve a suspension at all. What do you think about that shit?
This motherfucker.
This is the game we play. It's called read the headline, but you don't read the article.
Just what's your thought, real quick thought and shit from the headline?
Just from the headline. So what do you think about that? Do you think?
Well, you gotta read the headline so like the people know what the fuck.
Okay, I just read the headline. It said USADA officials says there's a chance Jon Jones won't serve a suspension at all.
All right, I know the background behind that story.
Okay, then just fucking talk about it. Let's go. Educate people.
It's about if basically, if he can prove if one of those fucking that steroid that he got caught for, right, was in his system from a tainted like supplement and shit.
But even other people that got caught.
But he wouldn't serve a fucking 2 or 4 year. It'd be like or a 4-year one. It'd be like a 1 year.
But the thing is, the other people that got caught and their supplements were tainted, they still got suspended.
Yeah, so he wouldn't be suspended that long though. That's what they're saying. Is what.
Man.
But and because the logic behind that is okay. Why would he after the fucking weigh-in? I think it was the weigh-in, right? Where it came out clean.
Yeah. And
then the right pre-fight, or was it post-fight?
Oh,
it was post-fight, wasn't it? Yeah. And the post-fight fucking whatever's, it came out positive. And they're like, why would he fucking do that? Like 1 day before the fucking event and shit. It would, help him out and blah blah, right? But they say that the shit that was in his fucking like some whatever that steroid metabolite that he got caught for. It used to be that the test before couldn't catch that shit, like like 1 or 2 days away. They couldn't catch it, but the new testing, they can catch it from like fucking 4 months to like 6 months away, some shit like that.
Yo, Jon Jones, he's lived a fucked up life. You know what I mean? Like his life has been fucked up. Like
it's kind of like ass, man. If you think about it.
Damn, this motherfucker complaining about free drinks.
No, I'm just saying though. Like, I appreciate the free drink, but it's like
that can cost like a couple bucks and shit. It ain't like no fucking cheap shit right there.
Without the price.
You know what I mean? You gotta fucking. You gotta appreciate. Like Jon Jones. Look at his punk ass, right?
All right.
That motherfucker was like the best fighter to ever live, but now it's just fucking. That's all out the window because he fucked up many times. Not even like one time or nothing like that. Like him.
That's like the fucking...
We saw like the whole, like who? Jon Jones became like the Michael Jordan and the fucking Doc Gooden or whatever.
That sound.
Well, just probably next door.
Okay, so what were we saying? So he's the biggest fuck up.
Yeah.
No, he's not like a fucking Michael Jordan.
He became the Michael Jordan.
The crybaby face?
No. He became the Michael Jordan of like being the best ever, basically, right? Like a Michael Jordan of his sport, right? And then now he's become like the Chris Lieben.
No, he's
fucking, like even worse.
No, you can't say it's Chris Lieben. He's like the fucking he's like Michael Irving and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He's like he's like a Doc Gooden. Yeah, Michael Irving. Yeah. Like a
that's like the
Darryl Strawberry.
For real.
Basically, he's like a Darryl Strawberry.
Some people, when they get up to that high, they can't, resist the temptations and shit. For real. You know what I'm saying?
And he had everything, dude. He could have been fucking like worldwide superstar for real.
Like greatness, dude.
Yeah. If he would have just kept like clean
and just kept fucking people up.
Yeah. Not taking chances. And shit.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. So do you think that the whole time he was taking steroids?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. That's some fucked up shit. He was doing the Icarus shit. For real.
The thing about him is
Icarus, fool.
That because he's been caught so many times that you think like every level he came up, he was taking like what he could take. Like, like the pricing was like up to his like where he was at in his career. Right. So at the top of the top, you're taking fucking everything that you can take because you got the money to do it, right?
Hey, imagine you're like him, right? And you're doing the Icarus and shit, right? Like, just like, doing your thing and shit, right? Or you just like, and then you were like fucking partying and shit and like doing coke and shit. Yeah. Like, what he got busted for and shit, right? But still feeding people's ass and shit. Just like the night before. It's like, I was high afterwards and the next day I just beat your ass and shit. That's like some talent though, that would like piss you off from like Daniel Cormier's like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
of course.
But that motherfucker ruined his career though. Like Daniel Cormier's career is what I'm saying. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, Daniel Cormier's legacy, because
he fucked it up, dude. You know what I'm saying though, right?
He can't repair it.
That's fucked up,
He
dude.
cannot repair
Because the
that.
question always lies then, but what would
Yeah,
have really happened
yeah.
and shit?
Even if he beats him in
So,
a third fight, it's
yeah,
still
it's just like whatever.
he still
You
fucking got fucked up by Jon Jones
Yeah.
twice. You know,
But I think that would actually
it would help him.
for like really largely because
Mhm.
you know it would answer the question. You know,
Yeah.
if everything was like clean or even and shit. You know, they
For
should
real.
like. But you know what's like fucking crazy though?
What?
Okay, so like. There's like, you know, back in Pride days when those motherfuckers weren't being tested and shit, right?
Yeah.
Like, what would stop you from just being the fucking like steroid beast back then?
Nothing. That's why you saw like Mark Coleman and those types of dudes.
That motherfucker,
They were just
juice,
taking
like,
everything.
fucking, you know, to the gills and
For
shit.
real, like-
you know,
Yeah. What's his name? The Smashing Machine.
who's that?
The Smashing Machine. Fucking the wrestler. Like he was like just as big as Coleman. I think bigger than Coleman.
Oh, the Randleman?
No, not Random.
But
There was
Randleman was
too.
fucking like on the juice like a motherfucker over there, dude.
That's fucking Coleman's homie.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what about Rumble Johnson coming back but a heavyweight though?
He's like 250 right now.
I know, but I'm saying like that'd be crazy.
He's right there, fool. Rumble
know.
Johnson spotted in Vegas, currently walking at a massive 250 pounds, fool. Like Krokoff was like 245 when he was fighting, 242.
And he was jacked.
Yeah, he was juiced like a motherfucker too.
Dang, that's if Rumble Johnson. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I don't want to fight though, dude.
I think I
So
believe that if he fought Stipe, like it would be a good fight. Because I think Stipe has more power.
Yeah.
But Rumble he's fast, dude,
Yeah.
and he could hit you with a combo like
The head kicks.
yeah,
too.
and the head kicks too. So it's like
that would be a good fight to watch.
that would be a good fight, dude. But I don't think that
But
they
he's
should give him. I don't think they should give. You know what though? They might just give him Stipe.
But he's a light heavyweight, man.
No, but he's coming. He's coming to heavyweight. They said.
No, that would be like
No, he's coming back.
If he fucking, they would give him like Overeem first.
Oh, he beats Overeem.
That would be a badass fight, though. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, there's so many badass fights in the heavyweight division
If he came back
for Rumble.
at heavyweight at 250 and he had to fight like fucking Overeem.
Yeah.
And just fucking blasted that fool because he would, because like Overeem would get fucked up by my thing.
I know.
Like KO'd and shit.
There's some fun ass fights, dude. Like
KO'd.
imagine him and like Mark Hunt.
That shit would be crazy, dude. I think Hunt would fuck him up though, to be honest with you. Did you see Hunt fucking like take that fucking head kick he took the Krokoff fool in the head and got back up. Did you see that shit?
Yeah.
That shit was crazy, dude. That video, right? That motherfucker got hit with the straight up Krokoff. Boom! To his, like, it was like when he hit fucking Vanderlei in the side of the head. It was like, bam! Right? And that motherfucker got back up, dude. Like, fuck you. And like kept fighting and shit. That's crazy, dude. I think he would fuck up Johnson, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that shit would be fun to watch. Though.
Yeah.
There's so many good fights.
That shit would be a stupid fight, I think, from Johnson's point of view. Damn, this good. What the fuck is that shit?
Just some chick, huh?
Yeah, it's like.
What's up with Uriah Hall, man? Isn't he the most disappointing fighter?
Yeah, I think so too. Like, he had the potential to be like an Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he just fell off.
But he's winning though.
But still, it's like something's not there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He can't show up to emotionally or mentally to the big fights. Like the little in-betweeners, he could come out and, you know. Did you see that the UFC is fucking, they fail to come to terms on TV? So TV deals, like they're like selling, they're like negotiating with other distributors.
It was probably a smart thing for them to do. Because like, you know, the UFC like grew since then, right? Since Fox, right? Because remember the time when there was like...
You know Fight TV?
No.
Well, Fight TV is like, they distribute content, right? Like MMA and shit like that. Right here. Boom. This site. And they do pay-per-views. They do all that shit, right? They're already doing the UFC. But then they have free content too. You know, they have pro wrestling on here if you want to watch pro wrestling, boxing, all streamed, right? and it says free right there, so you can just click it and watch it right now.
Hey, do you like fucking watch the pro wrestling?
Hell no, man. That's some whack ass shit, dude. I told you when I stopped watching pro wrestling, right?
Okay, so
let me tell you my story.
All right.
Okay, like with wrestling, like I was a big ass fan back in the day. You know, like even last night I was watching on YouTube the Macho Man, just when Macho Man comes out and he's all doing his thing and shit, like talking shit, right? Like I would just go on YouTube and was watching that last night. Like Macho
so you
Man.
Still watch that shit?
No, but that's just like the old shit, just to fucking laugh. You know what I mean? Like I go to Macho Man and Ric Flair.
Okay.
And
so
fucking,
that's when you were like watching it when you were young.
Yeah. So like this is when I stopped.
Yeah.
I went to the fucking WWF. Back then it was WWF, right? So I went there. My friend's brother, he's like a big ass wrestling fan, but he's like fucking way older than us. So he, you know, he has a car and everything. So he bought the tickets and he's all like, "Oh man, I have one extra ticket. You want to go for free to the front row, dude? Like in the cage, like you know, at the front." So I went, and when I was watching, yeah, the dudes are hella big and shit, right? But when I was watching them wrestle, I could see them each other. Like I was so close. I was in the first row, right? There's nobody in front of me. It's like me in the fucking ring right there, right? And
it looked fake.
Yeah, it just looked. Their dudes were smiling at each other, like it was a joke and shit. And like after that, watching that, you know, I was just like, fuck. Okay, I'm never watching wrestling again. After I never watched wrestling again.
Okay, so I totally agree with you, right?
And I was like, what, 11 years old or some shit, like 12 years old or some shit. Like that.
But you know what's like fucked up though, right? Is I totally agree with you, right? Like I don't watch that wrestling shit because it's like, to be honest with you, it's like fake at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
But
there's so many. But you know, it's ridiculous though what you're saying, right?
Why?
It's because there's so many things.
So many motherfuckers that watch that shit.
No, there's so many things that you watch that are fake.
Like what fake shit?
Like Game of Thrones.
But that's like different though, you know.
No,
like,
hey, it's the same.
No, it's not.
It's the same. It's
the drama and the wrestling and shit.
Yeah, the drama. There's fucking acting. All right, you know, like it's
but still,
the same.
You're not a fan of it.
I'm not a fan of either one.
Of what? Game of Thrones?
I am wrestling.
Oh, fool, we can't bang on no fucking like Game of Thrones. Dude.
I don't even watch that shit.
You gotta give it. Hey, it's better than your fucking movie that you fucking took us to, the fucking Hunger Games. I know you remember that shit.
You sound like some like old ass wife and shit, angry about the old days and shit.
This motherfucker played the why you bring an old shit card and shit. No, you can't bang on no Game of Thrones though. That's what I'm saying. Hey, so all right, I don't know what fucking site that you turned it to, but like
go back to the other shit,
the UFC shit that we were talking about.
Oh, the TV deal, yeah. But I'm saying like I think they should do with a Fight TV. And just fucking stream everything, so you could wear.
They are streaming shit though.
But the thing is, like you could watch it, because if you put it on TV, you can't really stream it. Because if you don't have an app, you know, so the Fight TV is an app, right? So you can watch it on your phone, you can watch it anywhere. So when they have like free cards, you just put it on Fight TV for free, and then at pay-per-views you could just pay for
like champagne.
Yeah.
But they're doing that shit now.
Yeah, but like not on Fight TV exclusively.
That's true.
So if Fight TV gets exclusive, I bet you they get better ratings.
Probably.
Because it'll be all streamed, because everybody has streaming. You know what I mean? Like everybody has the internet. Wi-Fi.
If they can do that and put it on their if they can check it out. This is like a business model, you know, that can change for UFC, right? Like, what if they fucking went away from fucking, and this is straight up from a business stance, right? What if these, you know, like a lot of their fucking content's like, you know, like it's stolen and shit, like, you know, the streaming sites and shit, or whatever, right? So
pirating or something.
Yeah. So imagine if you're UFC and you said, okay, fuck it, all of our fights from now on, right? It's like on for free streaming their streaming sites, right? But they just charge you a monthly fee every month for like fucking like whatever's, dude. Like let's just say they just charge like, you know, $20 a month to everybody. How much is Netflix? $10 a month?
Yeah, something like that.
So okay, they charge like $10 a month for the fucking fights, and everybody starts paying for that shit. Like they get like you know how like Fox showed like fucking like 4 million views and shit or whatever. They get 4 million, like, you know, just like paid customers for free. like like a cable, like a channel. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think they could actually make a lot more money if you think about it, because it's just constant every month. Boom, you know. But anyways, hey, fuck this shit. Let's talk about the fights.
No, we gotta lead into the fights, man. We gotta talk about other stuff. Think
Damn.
about it, man.
All right.
Like you can't just jump straight into the thing. You know what I mean? You gotta get into the kiddie pools. You know, you gotta go to the fucking bunny slopes.
What the fuck
first.
is that, dude? All right,
This
funny
shit is
slap
crazy.
that shit right there. Read that shit right there.
Cyborg still pissed at what is it? Magana?
Magana.
She's not a transgender.
For
Make a
real?
new statement. Why she gotta make a statement saying that she's not transgender?
That's fucked up,
That's
dude.
fucking stupid. What the fuck, man? Yeah, I met Cyborg.
She's nice.
She's nice, dude.
Yeah.
Like you could tell she's nice. You know, like she's nice to everybody and shit, right? But you know, you never know who the person really is. You know, they might just be nice to everybody. Who knows, right?
I think sincerely, like she's probably like getting fucking bullied by the UFC, dude.
Oh,
think so,
for
dude.
sure,
For
sure.
She's like being hated on.
Did you see what they said? It's like she got fucking a lower offer for Holly Holmes than against Tanya Evinger, right? In their title fight.
She should just go to fucking Bellator, dude.
She should. She should go to Ryzen, fool.
And Bellator.
Yeah, both.
Oh,
just go back and forth.
Yeah. And was just a champion of both and shit. Dude. Be like, fuck you.
You know, like I like Cyborg, dude. Like she's fucking badass, right? Like she's the greatest female fighter ever.
Yeah.
Like you cannot argue that shit. You know,
she would fuck Ronda up, dude.
Dude, like bad.
Bad, yeah.
Like nasty.
Yeah. Like,
and I think one thing about Cyborg, I think she wouldn't even like go full like power. She just like hit her with like 50%, but just hit her often. You know what I mean?
You know what
just
it would be?
Just to fuck her up, you know?
You know what it would be? It would be a fucking like Amanda Nunes fight, but even like fucking 10 times worse.
But just longer and more fucking brutal.
Power and just reach, and it's just combinations, just like bah, 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 you know, and just like fucking her up, dude.
But you know, something inside of me wants to see that.
Ronda get her ass. That's fucked up though, too, huh?
I know. It's fucked up, but like Ronda, she did it the wrong way, dude. Like she went too far and shit. Like,
with the bad image.
And it's gonna happen with Conor too.
Yeah, he might get fucked up.
Yeah, he's gonna get fucked up soon. You know, in the MMA,
because he's gonna have to fight.
It's always gonna be there, man. Like someone's gonna fuck you up. Don't fucking worry about it.
If I was him though, and I know a lot of people say this shit,
and he's not the type of guy that's like an Anderson. He's not.
You know what he needs to do, right? And like a lot of people are saying this shit, right? Is that he needs to just fight fucking Nate Diaz for the 3rd time, make his money from there, right? And then he has two choices and shit, right? Like, you know, see how the fight goes. If like he fucks up Nate Diaz, right? Then, you know, he'd be like, what's up? And then that's the next big money fight, whoever he fights and shit, right?
For sure.
Or if he gets fucked up by Nate Diaz, right? Just be like, fuck it. And just pull the Ronda and shit.
Balance.
Yeah.
You could, because he made that fucking
the goal line
and shit.
Conor's seen like, you know, his teammate and shit get like that fucking died from that brain damage and shit. And like, you know, like you don't need to. And that's what I wanted to talk to your ass about, right?
What?
I was thinking on the subway and shit, right? And so let's say you're a fighter.
Huh?
Okay, so this is like 2-part question, right? You're a fighter, right? And you know, like from fighting and shit, right? You're gonna make a lot of fucking money, dude. Like, let's just say, okay, there's 2 levels to it. Okay, you can make Conor McGregor money, right? That he has now, right? But in exchange for when you're like fucking like maybe 65, you're gonna start having like severe like CTE.
Damn, this motherfucker talking about the CTE.
No, hold up, dude. Yeah, but you had that shit until. Damn, who's that, dude?
I don't know.
But
no, right now.
Hold up. This motherfucker right here on the fucking podcast, like looking at porn and shit. Man.
No, dude, this is the Instagram. Look, see. Who is that?
Motherfucker, like got the spy cam on somebody and shit. I don't know. It's just like some fucking well story video or some shit.
No, it is.
But anyways, check it out though. That's a like sincere question, dude. Okay.
All right.
So
This guy's trying to get emotional over
No,
here.
no, I'm just trying to like, make it interesting and shit so that, see what you think, what levels there is to it, right? So you have the chance to make Conor McGregor money and have his success, right now. But you knowing for sure at 65 years old, you're going to start having the major CTE symptoms and shit. And you don't know what's going to happen, like whether you just lose your memory and shit, or you can be one of those CTE cases where you go fucking off the chain and shit, and like start mass murdering motherfuckers and shit, right? You don't know what's going to come out from your fucking CTE, right? So, but that starts at 65, and you don't know how long it's going to last. You can have CTE for like fucking until you're like 80, whatever, right? Or you could just fucking like kill yourself or whatever, right? That's what happens to you. No, on the real.
I'm not gonna do it. On the real.
But you can just be like a mute case of like you can have like you can be you can have like Alzheimer's and shit, like for like
Alzheimer's.
Like what did Muhammad Ali like die of? Parkinson's?
Who?
Ali, dude.
He's dead.
Yeah, fool. Damn, what's wrong with you, dude? You're like supposed to be like the fucking MMA analyst and shit. Like you didn't even know like fucking he was dead and shit. The fuck's wrong with you?
I don't remember, man.
Okay, well, anyways. Okay, so I guess it's kind of fucking stupid to ask you what he fucking died of, because you didn't even know he was dead.
I knew he had some disease,
like Parkinson's or some shit.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
that's what Michael J. Fox has.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, he's had it for a while too.
So that's what, like, you seen what happens to like Ollie and shit. So it doesn't matter, whatever. You get some type of like CTE. You know what I'm saying? It can be like that, or you can be like one of those suicidal dudes.
Yeah.
You can be like the serial killer or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So, but you're gonna have that until at least like 65 to like 80, right? But you have Conor McGregor money, right? And you have your family and shit. But that's all you know how to do. So, would you do it?
No.
Okay. So, what about for Mayweather money?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. That's fucked up, right? So that means that at the end of the day, because the trick to that question was if you said yes to Mayweather, right? But, the stipulation was that it's possible that out of all those fucking fighters and shit, you just become like a fucking Chris Lieben. Like, you don't get that much money.
Yeah. There's a lot of dudes like that.
But you still get fucked up, right? So the second part of this question is, okay, so what you're clearly stating is at the end of the day, you probably would become like a fucking, like a boxer.
Yeah. It
or
would
like
never
a football.
happen.
Okay, like, or even like a fucking NFL football player.
Yeah, most likely not.
Right?
If you know about that,
That's,
but if you're
that's
already
fuced up.
But if you're already in it,
okay,
then you can't stop. You just gotta keep going.
Okay, so let me ask you this part of the question.
But if it was like now, you'd be trying to play basketball and shit. You see the contracts for basketball players?
I know. But what if you're just like fucking your height, bro? And you can't play basketball? What if it's like that?
Well, then you gotta do what
all you know how to do is fight. You know what I mean?
No, I guess it's like whatever situation you're in life.
Okay, but check this out.
Dictates your decision.
Okay, this
to
is
become a fighter or not.
Okay, what if your kid now came up to you and said, "Okay, I want to become a fighter, and this is all I want to do. It makes me fucking happy and shit."
I'll just let them.
Fuck. Even knowing that the CTE.
If they know, like, you tell them, like,
the
hey,
CTE could be there.
Yeah, you tell them, like, hey, these risks, right? And you got to explain to them, or they would already know. And then you would
you know what's fucked up?
You would let them.
It's like, like when I was younger and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
How like, because this CTE shit's like, quite new. It's like only like the last 15 years and shit. So like when I was younger and we were playing football and shit, nobody knew about no fucking CTE. And we're fucking just slamming heads and shit.
They just told you about like breaking your neck.
They didn't even tell us that shit, dude.
No, they
For
told
us, it was like,
They told us like, they showed us the video of people breaking their neck playing football.
Fuck, that would be fucked up.
So once you see that video, you're like, okay,
maybe you don't want to play anymore and shit.
No, maybe I should keep my head up when I tackle.
Fuck.
Because if you put your head down,
Yeah.
it straightens out your spine,
Yeah.
and the impact will just be like, like there's no.
Dude.
If your head's up, the impact will push you
Well,
back.
anyways, what's fucked up is they didn't talk about no fucking CTE back then,
Mm.
and so we were just fucking like we would have these fucking nutcracker drills and shit. To the point, it's just to fuck up the person right in front of you, dude. And then like if you're carrying the ball and shit, you're just trying to like bust through the fucking line and shit. Motherfucker, just like linebackers are like diving at you and shit, like helmet first and shit. You're just like bam, you know. And it's like because it's the nutcracker. This is what's even like even more fucked up, right? Like what they would do is like everybody would alternate as being the runner and shit, and then everybody would alternate just being as a lineman and shit, right? Didn't matter, right? And like you would on defense, you would alternate as like being linebacker or like fucking the front lineman. That's it. And there's like more linebackers, so you're like fucking just always slamming into the fucking the runner, right? But that runner, when they would fucking rotate, because it's the nutcracker, the whole team rotates through the fucking system, right?
Mm-hmm.
There could be like a fucking like a lineman, dude. You know, that's like fucking like 200 and like fucking like 60 pounds. You know, like 300 pounds in high school and shit, right? And they would give them the ball and tell them to run the fucking nutcracker, and you're like the dude, the linebacker, to fucking like take him on and shit. And so you're just like, it's just a setup, dude, for you to fuck him up or them to like, you get fucked up by him. And so it's just like, bam, you would slam with like motherfuckers like that, dude. And like, they're like, hit him harder, our coaches and shit, right? And so like, nobody told us about no CTE back then and shit, right? So that's like fucked up, dude. If you think about it. So all of like the fucking, think about now, like all these fucking pros and shit that are coming up in that, the fucking, from the old school days and shit, right? Imagine all those CTE fools and shit, like, that's kind of fucking scary, dude. Like, that makes you want to think, fuck, dude, you might want to use alternative ways to make income and shit, right? Even if you're a badass fighter, dude. What if you're a badass fighter? Would you do it? I think that changes the story.
It does change the story,
right?
Because think about like a Benson Henderson. Like he hasn't really been in like
I wouldn't do it
hard wars.
To be honest with you, if I was like him, for that much money.
Even if you're like him, like championship level.
Yeah.
All right, let's turn to
of that kind of success.
Yeah, let's turn to Cyborg again.
All right.
Because there's a new one that says like they punished Verdum. They punished them for saying like maricon and shit. Yeah. But the UFC says I have a penis and it's okay.
The fuck is that shit, dude?
Because remember when Joe Rogan did the podcast with Tony Hinchcliffe and Dana Wright? And Tony Hinchcliffe was talking about how Cyborg was had a penis and shit like that. Oh, and they were like all laughing and shit.
But that was funny though.
But that's what she's talking about.
I know. What?
Like
Verdum's talking about that?
No, Cyborg is. Cyborg's saying that they punished Verdum, but the UFC says I have a penis and it's okay.
Oh, like they didn't punish nobody for that. Yeah.
So Cyborg, like she has so many things that just are going, that are
bad for her.
Yeah, bad for her. Right?
I know. So that's what I'm saying.
It's
for she, how
she's basically the Jon
because
Jones.
What they have Bellator could like fucking scout those fucking Invicta girls.
They're doing it
and make a division for her.
Yeah, they're doing it
because there's really nobody for her to fight in fucking UFC.
Yeah,
who's she gonna fight, dude? You know what I mean? Hey, let's go to the card, dude.
All right, let's go. All right, so let's see the fights that are like in the prelims.
Damn, this motherfucker's in the prelims.
All right, so there's some decent fights, dude. James Vick versus Joe Duffy.
Hey, don't you have to talk into the fucking mic, dude?
Yeah. Let's see. All right, Johnny Hendricks versus Paulo Boricino.
What?
That dude's a badass motherfucker.
Who'd you say?
Paulo Boricino. He's fucking.
Well, I know Johnny Hendricks, but.
All right, let's go to the first.
I don't know fucking Paulo and shit.
Stephen Thompson versus Jorge Masvidal. That's gonna be I think the best fight on this card, dude.
Well, you gotta like let the people know who's on the fucking card and shit.
No, I'm saying like matchup wise, like the fight, like being individually good.
Yeah.
You know, equally good from
No,
both sides.
well, you know what though? That's kind of hard to argue, dude.
It
because
is.
I mean, no, it's like you can argue that point because you know who else is on that fucking card?
Cody Garbrandt.
Cody Garbrandt and TJ Dillashaw, fool. You know what I mean?
But I think this one is gonna be dominant on one side.
The Cody Garbrandt?
Like either side, no, either side. Like I think it's
Somebody's just gonna fuck somebody up.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen in this fight. Either Cody Garbrandt's gonna fuck him up and TJ Dillashaw can't do shit, or TJ Dillashaw is gonna fuck him up and he can't do shit.
All right, but you know what's like even fucking like more in some way or another like very intriguing too?
Mm-hmm.
The Bisping in the St. Pierre fight too.
Of course,
that's interesting, dude.
Yeah, but I think Bisping's gonna win that.
He's big, dude. Yeah. Compared to, did you see them in the fucking face-offs?
And if George St. Pierre fights like he did when he left,
yeah, he's
gonna get fucked up by Bisping because Bisping loves that style.
And Bisping's fucking big though.
Yeah,
dude.
and he has good striking.
Yeah.
And he's big.
Yeah.
Like he could clinch up with GSP.
Yeah.
And maybe fucking handle him easy. You know what I mean?
Fuck, dude. Yeah. George, he better have a fucking different plan. I can tell you that.
But I think Bisping got that, like, decision. You know, he's gonna fuck him up. Like his face is gonna be fucked up.
No, I think Bisping's gonna fucking TKO, dude.
Oh, you think so?
For real.
I think it's gonna be decision.
TKO.
He's gonna fucking, and then Bisping, he's gonna retire.
Hey, you gotta throw a fucking like. Yeah, that's true too.
Dude,
and
Bisping
St. Pierce is gonna retire too.
Bisping has had a fucking trippy ass career though.
For real.
If you think about it, and all this shit happening for him now.
Did you hear what
like,
that
all
fool
these
said?
fights are coming up like perfectly for him.
For real.
You know, like now it's
that fool said, you know what? He was talking shit in the conference. Did you hear that? Where he was like St. Pierre and him were like going back and forth with each other and shit, right? And he was like, you know, you said in the media that, you know, if you lose this fight, you're gonna retire and shit. He was like, that's a good message to the kids, right? If you lose, quit. You know, he was like, no, if you lose, you try and try again. That's why I'm champion and you're not. He said that shit. He was like, yeah. But the way that he said it is like fucking funny, dude, you know?
I like Bisping now.
Yeah. But he's fucking big, dude, compared to like Pierre and shit, right?
But Bisping, he's had like winning the title and beating Luke Rockhold, that's fucking huge win, right? For the title especially.
Hey.
But just Luke Rockhold is a huge win. And then beating Dan Henderson after getting fucked up.
Let me ask you this though. Then.
Twice.
No, let me ask you this then. You're known as the fucking dude that knocked out, you know, what's his name? To become the champion.
Yeah, Luke Rockhold.
Rockhold, right? Yeah. But you're also known as the dude that you're made a logo of, fool, right?
By
Dan Henderson doing the H-bomb on your ass and you get knocked out. That's like you're the fucking Jordan Mark, but you're the fucking
the opposite Jordan Mark.
Yeah, on clothes brands and shit, right? So you're known as both these dudes, right? Mm-hmm. But you're Bisping. So would you be like Bisping? Is that good?
Yeah. Because Bisping, man,
that's kind of fucked up though, don't you think so?
Because you could talk shit too, like you're like, hey, you know, I became world UFC champion.
That's true.
You never did.
That's true.
You know, you could say that, and also, Bisping, man.
Hey, who do you think?
GSP fight is huge, dude. Like,
who do you think won the fight with fucking Bisping and fucking Anderson Silva?
Oh man, that's a hard one to choose.
Like on the real.
I think Anderson Silva won that one.
Like that fool would have been knocked out.
Yeah. I think that fight was over.
Like in a real fight, that's like death.
Yeah.
Let's be on the real. Fuck the ref shit and the ending of the round and shit like that, right? Like if that was a real fight to the death, then that would be Bisping like dead. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like on those terms, I see Anderson Silva, right? But with the ruling system and shit like that, do you agree with that shit? That it was fucking Bisping that won?
It was a close fight. Because Bisping did fucking rock Anderson a few times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
He was fucking him up. I think I watched that fight a couple days ago.
It was a good fight. Yeah.
You know, like on Fight Pass and shit.
All right, so to move on. So okay, we both agree that it's Bisping. You think it's gonna be a decision. I think it's gonna be TKO.
Okay.
Right.
Now let's talk about Garbrandt and Dillashaw.
Hold up. But before, we need to let the audience know, right? You know, the history of the Stank Chank and of you. You know,
Well, you tell them.
The Asian Ariel Hawani.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Why? What the fuck, Asian Ariel Hawani? What the fuck is that?
Like you're Ariel Hawani, but
no,
you're
I'm
Asian.
not. I'm not Ariel Hawani.
Like I'm the Stank Chank.
That if you call me like the Michael Jordan, I'll be like, okay, thank you.
Damn.
But you talking about that Ariel Hawani, dude? What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm just saying, you know.
No, that's a,
okay. No,
that's
okay,
a person
fine,
that you
fine,
would
fine,
not want
fine,
to be
fine.
compared to.
Okay, fine. All right.
All right.
So I'm not gonna go there with
just say like I'm just doing my thing, right?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
But let's give the audience the background of the.
Oh yeah, that's you. That's all you.
Okay. The analyst. No, it's of your background too.
What about my background?
We gotta let them know, like, you know, the basis of our relationship of like discussing these like fights for the audience.
All right, get into it.
All right. First of all, you need to like kind of like think about the credibility of each person's analysis, right? If you're a betting man, right? Because like based on like, you know, my homies like history and my history together, when we talk about fights, you know, like this fool right here already owed like fucking hueshik. Like, you know, if you don't know what that hueshik is in fucking in you know the Korean language, it means like, you know, a group, like it's not single, it's like a group dinner for the corporation, like, you know, employees, like, you know, like meal, you know what I mean? That like the best that we made, like that is the equivalent of steaks and pancakes. And not only pancakes, at one time we had wraps, right? But then we did some strange type of like barter exchange when you like lost your phone and you like fucking lost the notes, you know, that we had on the betting thing, right? Mm-hmm. So we changed over the wraps to just pancakes and steaks, right? Mm-hmm. But now we even upgraded from there to like just more steaks. So it's just steak bets now, right? Mm-hmm. Is that right? Yeah. And so, do you remember the fucking the score?
No, I don't.
Huh?
Do you remember?
It was bad.
Okay, what was it?
You remember that though, right?
No, you remember what was it? If you don't remember, then that means it's 0.
No, I think you owed like fucking like maybe like 32 steaks.
Okay, 32 steaks.
Something
all
like
right,
that.
So say I owe
32
steaks.
Yeah.
And steaks or steak dinners, which cost around how much per steak?
Steak,
yeah,
a plate?
It's like 100 a steak, right?
No, it's like real steak or just you know,
like $100 steak is good.
Like dip steak.
I don't know. Like steak is steak.
Like Finnegan steak.
Is it Oman?
No, it's probably like a good like 15.
15,000?
Cheap Oman a steak.
Cheap Oman. Okay, so cheap Oman a steak.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like around $150.
So times 32.
Yeah, something like that.
That's what I owe.
But why? It's not really what's important. Well, it is kind of funny that you owe that many steaks.
Well, the only thing,
right?
the reason why you owe the background is because I lost bets. That's all it is. There's nothing like big about it, right?
I know. So
we got to move on with this shit, dude. We can't talk about that shit forever.
I know, but I'm trying to like tell the audience.
We don't.
The history behind
they just told them I owe you 32 steaks
from the UFC bets.
Okay,
that we made.
We can't go over all the fucking bets, dude.
No, we're not going to do that.
Then what are you doing?
I'm just telling the audience, like, you know, the credibility of your analysis and my analysis.
Okay.
That, you know.
Okay.
All right.
So just
go on.
Okay, now let's talk about the fight. We know.
All right,
okay,
go on.
You won. All right. So Michael Bisping.
Okay.
Versus GSP. So GSP has no chance.
Okay. Agreed.
No chance.
Agreed.
You says no chance. Like there's no way he's winning. Because if he
wins,
there's
always a chance.
I know, but if you were GSP's coach, what would you tell GSP? Like, you know you're gonna lose.
Nah, man. Like, if you're his coach, you're not gonna tell him that he's gonna fucking lose and shit.
No, you know he's gonna lose.
Oh, I'm his coach.
Yeah, you're his coach. What do you tell him? Like, how do you game plan for him?
You just gotta have faith, man.
Hey, if you knew your guy was gonna lose, would you just stop coaching him?
No.
You would still coach him through the loss, even though you knew he was gonna lose.
As a coach, if
Yeah.
you're really his
Think
coach,
about-
then you
think
would have
about
to,
it.
because you
Think
would try
about-
to do your best to like,
Think about
so
like
that he and
planning.
believe that he wouldn't get fucked up.
Like you have to plan a camp,
Yeah.
right? But you know your fighter's losing. It must be a fucked up fucking thing to do, right? Like,
But you just gotta try your best,
I know.
especially as a coach.
but when they lose, so sometimes if you
Okay.
see like coaches after their fighter loses, you kind of could tell like they knew ahead of time.
What about okay?
Like
let me
this
ask you
was
this
a
then.
possible fucking scenario
But
that
let me
this
ask you
guy
this
was
then.
gonna lose.
Oh, you know, Greg Jackson's camp is like becoming known to be like that kind of image
What?
of where all the fighters
Mhm.
that like are you know bouncing out, you know, and getting fucked up, they end up at Jackson's.
Mhm.
So it's like a retiring like gym, like fucking. Now what's his name went there just recently?
Hendricks. You know
Yeah.
why? Is because there's so many young guys there.
DJ Penn.
So when those guys go to Jackson's,
Yeah.
they fucking are like superstars, dude. Because all the other dudes that are trained are like, oh, you know.
But everybody that ends up
Yeah.
at Jackson's, like it's like, you know, it's known as like the retiring grade and shit.
But
Think about
dude,
it.
they have fucking
That's kind of
top.
fucked up.
They have top 10 fighters, dude. Top 5 fighters in the
Okay.
world over there. So they're just the best gym basically, you know, in MMA.
Yeah.
Because they have so many fighters that even the coaches can't
Hey,
handle them all.
do you think it's Jackson that does it, or do you think it's like Winklejohn?
Jackson. Well, what? Run the gym?
No, like actually put that fight knowledge into the fighters.
Oh, Jackson. I think Jackson's the one who studies all the film and then does the psychological shit with the fighters.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. And then he probably like watches them and then corrects shit that they see.
But how does he know how to do that if it's Winklejohn that actually knows all the techniques and shit?
No, because he only focuses on one aspect, probably the ground, and Winklejohn focuses on like the.
So they are a
striking.
team then? is what
Yeah,
you're
they
saying.
are a team, but I think Jackson is more. He does more, like less physical than physical. You know, like John Winklejohn.
So he just like analyzes the film and like,
and
but he
talks with
knows
John.
enough like the moves to fucking
Yeah,
throw in there as
Yeah.
counters and shit like that.
it's like he meets with, he watches all the films,
Yeah.
and then he goes to Winklejohn. He tells Winklejohn like what's going on, and then Winklejohn will base it off that, and then maybe he'll see something, and you'll bring Winklejohn in, watch the film together, and try to get his opinion about certain aspects.
Yeah.
But I don't think Winklejohn is sitting there watching all the film like that.
So they're like a team then, is what
Oh,
you're saying.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
a legit team.
Jackson is probably
That's
just
good.
like the more well-known guy.
Yeah, that's
But
good.
you know, later on it will come out like, you know, in like some fucking documentary about
Yeah,
Jackson MMA, and they'll be like, yeah,
It's
Winklejohn
crazy how
was
big they
done.
got and shit, right?
yeah. But they had all the fighters.
All right,
Yeah.
so moving on to like fucking Cody
Cody.
and
And
Dillashaw,
I like both these guys.
Killer
too.
Shaw.
I like both those guys. But I like
want-
TJ better.
I want like fucking Cody to win though.
No, I want TJ to win.
Huh?
I want TJ to win.
Oh, for real?
I just like him just being the snake and shit. That shit's fucking funny.
Nah, like you gotta like.
And
give
then
it
you
up for,
need
like,
a bad guy. You need a bad guy. You need
But
a
you know
guy-
what? At the same time, you can argue that you need like a fucking Cody Garbrandt too.
Yeah,
in
Cody
the division.
Garbrandt too. But
You know what I'm saying?
I think I like TJ better than Cody Garbrandt. Cody Garbrandt's like,
It's gonna be a good fight. Who do you got then? You got Dillashaw?
yeah, I would take Dillashaw.
You want to do a stake right here on the fucking podcast?
Yeah, why not?
Stake bet,
Why not?
right?
Why not?
Okay, so I'm down to take Garbrandt. You take Dillashaw
All right.
for a stake.
All right.
All right. Oh, we're gonna bring that shit back, dude.
Okay. Now,
Okay.
Stephen Thompson and Jorge Masvidal. What's up with that one?
I got Thompson.
You got Thompson?
Yeah. Who you got? You gonna take that Magny?
I'll take Masvidal.
Oh, I thought it was like fucking Magny, dude. It's just like far away and shit. Oh, it's Masvidal. I still take that bet though.
Are you in?
Yeah, I'm down for that shit.
I'll take
Okay.
that one.
So why do you think now? That's another stake. Okay, so why do you think now? Hold on, let's go back to Dillashaw
All right.
and Garbrandt to make it a little bit more interesting and like spicy for the bet that we made, right? I'm kind of fucked up from these drinks and shit though.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, but anyways, why do you think it's gonna be Dillashaw that beats Garbrandt? Like how do you like see it happening in your head? Besides just a fucking like dry ass like decision.
And I think
You know?
I think Cody Garbrandt, he fell in love too much
Yeah.
with like standing and banging and shit.
Yeah. He's gonna get out wrestled.
And I don't know if he's gonna get out wrestled, but TJ's gonna mix it up much better. And I don't think he's gonna finish him.
That's a good point though.
I think he's smart enough, and he's sparred him, so many times that he knows the way to follow.
There's
because I think Dillashaw is he's more calculated. He goes out there with a plan,
mm-hmm.
and he follows that plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Garbrandt, he just goes out there and fights.
But okay, that being said,
that's just
that could be a fucking advantage though for Garbrandt, that he just he's out there and he just knows how to fight.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like he doesn't have to plan for shit. He's just programmed and he knows how to fucking like fuck the other dude up. He just naturally knows how to fight.
But the thing is with that I see as a negative,
mm-hmm.
is that when he goes in there and Dillashaw's doing all this shit, mm-hmm. That's like not
planned for him.
Yeah, he hasn't planned for.
Yeah.
It kind of like gets him like frustrated when he's fighting.
I can see that happening too.
And that kind of could become an advantage for Dillashaw, right? Where he's getting frustrated
or
like swinging too much and shit.
Or
you see that kid?
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like Chucky's in your house and shit.
Go.
Like Annabelle and shit.
Yeah.
Did you see that shit?
No. No, fucking, you watch like every fucking movie that comes out. I don't really watch movies.
I told you I just came back from like Pulan and shit. Like, you
watch movies on there?
In the fucking hotel, yeah.
All right, let's watch. Let's see what's
hold on
with the Garbrandt.
Okay, I think it's gonna be Garbrandt. Or I agree with your story.
Mm-hmm.
It could happen like that.
You didn't think of that, huh?
No, that's like an interesting point. That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
But
Garbrandt has that power, though.
Garbrandt can catch that fool, boom, this one time, and that planning shit just goes out the window.
The stanky leg.
Doing the stanky leg, yeah. And then fucking Garbrandt just like fucks him up, dude. That would be crazy, dude.
That's a possibility.
That would make fucking Garbrandt a fucking star, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's the two things that could possibly happen.
Okay. So I'm betting the stake on that. You're betting the stake on your little Dillashaw,
mm-hmm.
like the fucking plan, like, ballerina style fighting moves.
Right.
Okay.
So with that one, okay, I got Dillashaw, you got Garbrandt. Now you got Thompson versus Masvidal.
Uh-huh.
Now in this one, I feel that Thompson's gonna start playing it. He's starting to seem like he plays it too safe now.
Uh-huh.
When he's fighting like a higher level fighter, and doesn't like help him, especially against a guy like Masvidal, a guy that pushes forward. He'll take the hits, but he'll take a hit to land a hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you start fighting someone like that, like especially Thompson, who likes to just keep his hands low sometimes, I think that's gonna be deadly. I think he's gonna knock him out. Masvidal knocks out Thompson.
Nah, I don't think that he's gonna get caught.
I think so.
I think that's
why I'm taking Masvidal.
Okay, so you're saying TKO then?
Yeah.
I'm saying Thompson by decision.
That could be possible.
Yeah. That is just gonna be like him just running away, just like taking his shots, pop, 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 not getting caught. He might get caught, but like doesn't get finished, and he just finishes the fight, just like taking pop like sniper shots and shit. That's it. Decision. All right. Now, what about you got Rose? That's your girl.
Yeah.
Yep.
How is that my girl?
Huh?
How's that my girl?
I don't know, but I just picture that you would, if we had like, because we have boys, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that shit is gay.
Yeah.
So now,
back.
Yeah. Now you got Joanna. So you think
that's
Joanna,
what I'm talking about?
Well, it's hard to fucking pick against Joanna. You know what I mean? It's hard to pick. It's hard to pick against her. Dude, she's like, to me, she's beyond Ronda Rousey. She's like the second best fighter ever, dude. Women's fighter. Behind Cyborg.
Behind Cyborg?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that too.
Look at her. She's undefeated. And just destroyed everybody. And most likely she's going to destroy Rose Namajunas too.
For real.
You know what I mean? So it's like.
So you don't take Rose then?
So her and Shevchenko fight, That's gonna be fucking crazy right there.
That is.
Because they're
She
gonna
already
do it in
lost.
they're already gonna do. She lost like 7 times or something.
Damn.
In Muay Thai.
7 times to her?
I think so, or 3 times.
Like 3,
know.
I think, right?
Yeah.
7's a lot, dude. That's
Okay.
like, fuck that. I wouldn't
But
want to fight
anyways,
that bitch.
This fight, to be honest with you, this fight is gonna be a good fight.
Uh-huh.
To see what Rose can do, because she's become better and better and better, right?
That's
throughout
true.
the years. But most likely Joanna's gonna fucking like just punch her in the face a bunch of times, really hard.
What if she gets her down?
But I think she's strong enough to get back up. She's not a small like 115. You know what I mean?
No, so you think that she would like block the submission attempts from fucking Rose?
See, that's the X factor right there.
Right.
The ground and submissions. If that's even gonna happen.
That's what I'm
saying. Because it really doesn't.
Yeah.
And it's not like Nama Yunus is like a fucking great takedown specialist or something.
For real, huh?
You know what I mean? And she fucking won the title against a wrestler, which was who won the title the first time?
That Claudia fight was good.
Yeah, Claudia was good. Yeah. That was the best chance.
But Claudia just got fucked up, dude.
And Andrade got fucked up too.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. So Rose, if she has any chance, it's only in the fucking on the ground.
Fuck.
And even if you can get them down, to me, I'm looking.
So
I want to see
decision.
No, I think fucking Joanna fucks her up, dude.
I think she fucks her up too, but I think it's still
a decision. Yeah. Like the fight that interests me is Joanna moving up to strawweight or flyweight 125, and then Shevchenko moves down because she's gonna move down, right? And they're gonna fight each other.
That would be.
And they're gonna start a fucking like battle up there, like win one, lose one. That it could happen like that.
That would be a badass fight. Imagine if you're if you were Johanna and you're fucking up with the bitches, but then let's just say that she lost like fucking like 7 times, never beat her 1 time. It's reality 3, but let's just say that you were her and you like fucking lost 7 times to that bitch. Like you wouldn't want to fight her, dude.
Yeah, psychologically.
And all 7 times she just fucked your shit up, dude. Like
psychologically, it doesn't work.
You wouldn't want to fight her, dude. You know.
So.
All right. So
let's go review. You got Michael Bisping, and I think Michael Bisping too, and you got Cody by knockout.
Yeah.
And I got Dillashaw by decision.
No, TKO. I got TKO.
Okay, TKO or whatever. Dillashaw by
steak.
Decision.
Steak. Stamp that steak.
You got Stephen Thompson by decision. I got Jorge Masvidal by TKO.
Yeah.
Steak.
That's a steak.
Yeah, that's a steak. And you got Joanna, and I got Joanna winning against Rose, not Venus.
All right.
But I'm gonna be rooting for Rose.
Then you should take a steak.
No, fuck that.
Pancake.
Fuck that shit. Okay. So yes. So the first episode of motherfucking Kumite Radio with the Chank. You can't see him.
Yeah.
He's right there, but you can't see him. And what is it all? Yeah, the first episode of Kumite Radio with fucking the Chank. And he's gonna be back for, whenever he can come back. And we're gonna kick it with him, and he's gonna tell some stories and go into too much detail about shit for no fucking reason.
Is that what I'll be doing?
Yeah, motherfucker, fucking try to dissect shit.
About your steak bet.
Yeah, steak bet. Fucking this. That was too fucking long, man. We gotta fucking just keep it to the main points and
shit. I know,
shit,
but you just gotta break it down for them.
Okay, so
all right.
Anyways, we did that, and
steaks.
I guess it's over. So Chank, you got anything to say?
No, I don't have shit to say.
All right, so
until I see you bitches later.
Yeah, see you motherfuckers on the flip side. Right? Keep it up.